So to the right here, Kumi is one of the tailing ponds that I was telling you about. A lot of what tailing ponds is polyaromatic hydrocarbon, amphetic acid, arsenic, ammonia, mercury, lead, a lot of heavy metals. That's the byproduct that results from the processing of the bitumen.
One of the Greenpeace traditions is to bear witness, and given that the tar sands exploitation represents one of the worst devastations of environmental destruction in the world, it was critically important that I had a chance to bear witness. I have to say the impact has been much more powerful than I actually even anticipated. I'd read about it and I've seen pictures, but getting sort of close to it and seeing the extent of the devastation that has been caused, seeing different parts of the process and the level of pollution, toxic infestation, sulfur, and you know, to think that this was all for us. I think for me the other thing that stands out is just how deep the injustice has been to First Nations people in terms of the fact that lots of people clearly have been displaced already, and if this continues it will further threaten the livelihoods, the culture, the history and the environmental wisdoms that First Nations bring not just to Canada but to the world. It is critically important that Greenpeace campaigns on tar sands because this is one of the worst environmental disasters happening under our very eyes at the moment. Secondly, this is one of the biggest industrial developments in the world. And thirdly, Canada doesn't have the slightest chance of meeting its international obligations in terms of carbon emissions and reduction if this tar sands exploitation is allowed to continue any much further than it's already been given a free license by the Canadian government. For me and for everybody who comes here, I'm sure we can only leave with a greater sense of commitment that we have to muster much greater resistance to actually prevent this environmental catastrophe from continuing.